I have a very important assignment that I need to finish tomorrow. Even though I had a whole week to prepare for it and I knew the deadline from way before, but I didn't even start it yet. Did it ever happen to you? Then you're suffering from something called procrastination. Procrastination is a habit of putting off any task or work until the very last moment, though you know that you should start them earlier. In 1983, a famous French author, Victor Hugo, promised his publisher that he would submit him a book within a very few months. But for the whole year, he procrastinated. As the deadline loomed closer, his publisher grew desperate, and he gave him a strict deadline of 6 months. So for the next 6 months, what Victor Hugo did was he locked away all his clothes so that he cannot go out of his house so he can finish the whole book. And the book is called The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and which is quite famous till this day. Many famous people has acknowledged their fight with procrastination. Even though they're very, very famous, that doesn't mean that they're immune to it. There are many big names that would surprise you, like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, J.K. Rowling, and the list can go on. Many people cannot understand that they're suffering from procrastination or its effect on their life. What procrastination does is it significantly affects your life by lowering productivity, increasing your stress level, and causing you many missed opportunities. You will find yourself working very poorly in school or at work. You will have strained relationships, and you'll always feel the kind of guilt or frustration with yourself. Procrastination can happen for several reasons. For some people, it can be fear of failure. So they don't even get started with the task because they don't want to fail. It can be lack of motivation. Like when the task gets boring at the middle of it, we just drop it and we don't finish it. Or sometimes we get overwhelmed with the task intensity, so we just put it off and cannot finish it. It can be time management sometimes. So if you don't know how to prioritize your time according to their priority or the task priority, you will have hard time to finish any task. So all these factors triggers procrastination as a way to avoid the feeling of discomfort or uncertainty. So as an individual, it is very important to find out the root cause first to overcome procrastination and then develop a habit or strategy to tackle them effectively. Today, I'm going to tell you 5 elaborate strategies to overcome procrastination, which helped me personally. So first, you can break the task into smaller and manageable pieces. So procrastination often stems from feeling overwhelmed with the complexity or intensity of any task. So when the task seems very big, we often seems to put it off or avoid it, or even we don't know where to start. So what we can do we can break the task into smaller pieces which are more manageable or achievable within a very short period of time. Suppose you are writing a big assignment. So you can break the task into smaller pieces like gathering resources or just writing down or focusing on the introduction. So what it does is it tells our mind that the task is not that big. It is a small task. We don't need to focus on the whole task at a time. We just need to focus on one small step and just focus on achieving it. Secondly, use the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule was first popularized by famous productivity expert David Allen. So he suggests that if a task is too small to finish it for 2 minutes, you can just do it right away. So for the smaller task, you can tell yourself that I will just do it for 2 minutes. So what it does is that it tells our brain that you can just start it and do it for 2 minutes and leave it. The hardest part of procrastination is just getting started. So if once you start doing something, you will find out that you will get motivated, or you will just go with the flow beyond 2 minutes or beyond 5 minutes or 1 hour and complete the whole task. Suppose you're procrastinating for cleaning your desk for the whole week. You can just tell yourself that I will just clean for 2 minutes and then I will do whatever I want, or I will watch Netflix or something. You will find that after 2 minutes or after 5 minutes, you are just cleaning and you might cleaning up the whole desk at one go. The third one can be set clear goals and prioritize. One of the reasons people often procrastinate because they don't have concrete deadlines. It happens mostly for long-term projects or personal goals where you are not accountable to anyone. So what you can do to avoid it is you can set deadlines for yourself even though none exists, and the deadline should be like small and approachable. Again, clear deadline helps you to create a sense of urgency, and prioritizing the task according to its urgency can keep you organized and motivated at the same time. Suppose you have a project that is due in like 2 weeks. So you can organize and set the deadline according to the day. Suppose you can tell yourself that I will finish the draft within 2 weeks. Another way to fight procrastination is eliminate distraction and create productive environment. Procrastination is often fueled by the distractions, which is caused by the notifications of your apps or phones, or often by the cluttered environment. So what it does is it takes away from your mind, from your task, and makes it hard to finish the actual task, which is important. So it can help you motivated and organized at the same time. What you have to do is first you have to find out what objects or what things is keeping you distracted, then removing it from your environment when you are trying to finish any task. Suppose you were often distracted by your social media apps notifications. So what you can do is like you can set a time and keep the phone in another room or in silent mode for like 1 or 2 hours according to your time, so that you don't get notified of any apps, or you cannot reach your phone whenever you want. I know it is hard at first, but you will get used to it when the time passes. Or you can use productivity apps. There are many productivity apps which are very helpful to block another unproductive apps or set focused time. Reward yourself and build positive habits. Reward helps to reinforce good habits and keeps you motivated for a longer period of time. After completing each steps of any task, you can reward yourself with small gifts. So what it does is creates a mental association with productivity and rewards. Human brain is wired to seek rewards. So when we create an association between productivity and reward, it actually helps us to enjoy the whole process of completing any task. And it gives us to look forward of completing each steps at a time. It makes a very daunting and very tiring task less daunting to us. By incorporating these techniques, I promise that you can reduce your procrastination by a significant amount. And over the time, this technique helps you to tackle difficult tasks hands-on rather than hands-off. Suppose you're working on a complex assignments for weeks and your motivation level is getting dropped. So what you can do is after completing each steps of the assignment, you can reward yourself with small gifts, like something you wanted to buy for a long time but you didn't. You can give that to yourself, or you can go out on a lunch with a friend, or you can watch your favorite TV show for half an hour. So over the time, what it does is it creates a positive feedback loop and always keeps you motivated to look out for the next steps that you're going to finish. Overcoming procrastination is a challenge and a process both for personal and professional growth. It is very important to understand that beating procrastination is not about perfect productivity. It requires understanding the underlying cause that is making you to procrastinate and creates a sustainable habit to beat that procrastination. It's about consistent self-discipline and accountability to yourself. With patience and persistence, anyone can beat procrastination and unlock their full potential. So that's it for today. I hope if you're fighting with procrastination, you can take away at least one strategy from my personal experience and apply it on your personal life. So if you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, ta-da!